Hello. Today I'll be covering an overview of my CS8 final project, a relational database management system, and a domain-specific language with which a user could interact with the database. So the database will take in files .tbl of this format. For example, in this file, which is called students.tbl, is 3 field names and the relative data. So running this program, which is written in C++, we see that I can use one of the commands, and I shall load students.tbl. Using the print command, I can print out the students table. One other command is the create table command. For example, I can say create table teachers and first name string. Once that's done, we've seen that I've just created an empty table. Another command is the insert into command. I can say insert into teachers values. As such, it should follow the same format and the same field names that the table teachers has. Printing teachers again, we see that I've just inserted that information. One other command is drop table, where it deletes a table from the database. So I can say drop teachers. And then, as we see, the table does not exist in the database anymore. So one of the most important commands to select data from tables is a select command. For example, I can say select all columns from students where age is less than 55. Printing the selected table, we see that all the ages are less than 55. Now let's try again. If I print students, and I say insert into generic, no, how about Will Smith, who is probably 52 years old. Printing the students table, we see that Will Smith has been added to the table. The last command I have is the store table command. If I type in store students, it should overwrite the students TBL file. If the file doesn't exist, it should create a new file and overwrite everything. So as we see, this is the original file. If I exit, I say store students, the file has been changed, and if I open it again, we see that Will Smith exists in this file. Okay. Okay, so now I'd like to give an overview of the project design. In my main, I create a database object, and I run the database object. The run function continuously takes commands and check if it's valid. It must follow the specifications within the project. My database contains a chain hash for efficiency. Each hash node contains a pointer to a table. Within my table class, I have a map of strings and index trees. Additionally, I have a vector of records. So for the map, the key is the string value of the column name. And the value is the index tree, which is made up of index pairs of values and indices. For example, an index pair could contain a value Yao, last name, and all the indices at which Yao occurs. Since in my table I have a vector of records, each index corresponds to the index of the vector at which the record Yao and its corresponding or related fields appear. Moving on, this is my parser. It'll take commands, check its validity, and create pairs of, let's say, this will create a new pair called create. The following values will be the table name. Therefore, the corresponding table name is stored and then passed to the database run function. Within my database and my table class, I have a map which I wrote myself. This map has a back-end storage container of a linked list. It's not too good for efficiency. However, I have a different map where the back-end is a B tree. Well, that's all for my database project, and thank you for watching.